There was a time when Robert Downey Jr. wasn't Iron Man. He wasn't a global icon, or the comeback king of Hollywood. He was a man lost, trapped between genius and destruction, talent and temptation. Imagine this. You have everything: fame, fortune, and fans who adore you, and then one night, it all disappears. He was arrested, addicted, and abandoned by Hollywood itself. But somehow, Robert Downey Jr. didn't just survive, he rebuilt himself, and became the symbol of redemption for an entire generation. Welcome to Legends Story Vault, where we uncover the hidden journeys and untold truths of music and film's greatest icons. Today, we dive deep into the extraordinary life of Robert Downey Jr., a story of brilliance, chaos, and one of the most powerful comebacks in Hollywood history. Robert Downey Jr.'s journey is more than a Hollywood story. It's a human story, a story about failure, forgiveness, and finding purpose when the world gives up on you. Because his life forces us to ask, how far can someone fall before there's no coming back? And what does it take to earn a second chance? Robert John Downey Jr. was born on April 4, 1965, in Manhattan, New York. His father, Robert Downey Sr., was an underground filmmaker, eccentric, creative, and addicted to the chaos of the 1970s art scene. His mother, Elsie, was an actress with a gentle heart, but a family caught in turbulence. Robert grew up on film sets. By the age of 5, he'd already appeared in one of his father's movies. But with the cameras came confusion, a world with no boundaries between childhood and fame. Robert later admitted he was introduced to drugs by his own father, a habit that would shadow him for decades. Can you imagine being a child surrounded by fame and addiction before you even understand what either means? By the 1980s, Robert Downey Jr. was destined for greatness. He became part of the Brat Pack, young, magnetic, rebellious actors taking over Hollywood. Movies like Less Than Zero, Chaplin, and Weird Science showcased his range, from comedic brilliance to Oscar-worthy drama. In 1992, his portrayal of Charlie Chaplin earned him an Academy Award nomination. He was hailed as the next great actor of his generation. Charming, intelligent, unstoppable. But behind the glitter, the same demons from his youth had returned. The child who was introduced to chaos was now living inside it. Between 1996 and 2001, Robert Downey Jr. was arrested multiple times. Drug possession, probation violations, rehab escapes. At one point, he was found wandering barefoot down Sunset Boulevard, disoriented, lost, and alone. Hollywood turned its back. Studios dropped him. Insurance companies refused to cover him. For a while, Robert Downey Jr. was finished. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to lose everything? Not because the world took it, but because you gave it away. Even his friends began to disappear. But somewhere in that silence, a spark still flickered. A belief that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't over. In 2003, everything changed. On the set of Gothika, Robert met producer Susan Levin, a woman who saw the man beneath the chaos. She believed in him when no one else did. With her support, he got clean. Slowly, painfully, one day at a time. Downey once said, "I have a sense of destiny that you are led to the people who help you." And Susan was that person. He rebuilt his reputation with small but powerful performances. Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang, Zodiac, each film reminding the world the spark hadn't gone out. Then came 2008. Marvel took a risk, a massive risk, hiring a man Hollywood once called uninsurable. But what no one expected was that Iron Man wouldn't just launch a cinematic universe. It would launch Robert Downey Jr. back into the stratosphere. He didn't just play Tony Stark. He was Tony Stark, a flawed genius who fell and rose again. The parallels were undeniable, and fans saw something real in him: redemption. Do you think Downey's personal struggles made his Iron Man performance more powerful? Over the next decade, Downey became the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, leading it to become the biggest film franchise in history. And this time, he did it sober, grounded, and grateful. Today, Robert Downey Jr. stands not just as a movie star, but as a symbol of resilience. He founded Team Downey, his own production company, using his platform to inspire creativity and kindness. He's proof that a man can fall 1,000 times and still rise one more time. His story reminds us, you are never defined by your past, but by what you do after it. Robert Downey Jr. didn't just save his career, he saved himself. He showed the world that redemption isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Because sometimes, your lowest point isn't your end, it's your beginning. Which moment in Robert Downey Jr.'s story surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories on Legend Story Vault.